Hi, I'm Earl Gammon. I'm from the Center for Global Political Economy at the University of Sussex.
And I'm Duncan Wigan from the Department of Business and Politics, Copenhagen Business School. We're going to introduce our article, Veblen, Bataille and Financial Innovation. So why the interest in financial innovation? Well, we started working on this in the midst of the global financial crisis as more and more people became aware that techniques such as securitization and derivatives trading had driven the inflation of a huge market bubble and subsequent huge crash. Much academic literature that explored this phenomena looked at the trading and mispricing of risk, narrow economic self-interest, greed, poor modelling, and of course very, very weak regulation. However, what we think is missing from this literature is a broader social theorization of financial innovation.
By a broader social theorization, what we're attempting to do is akin to what anthropologists do. As anthropologists have long understood, you can't always get complete or reliable explanations for social behavior just by asking the subjects that you're studying why they did what they did. And we think this applies also to financial innovation. We can't understand this in terms of narrow instrumental goals. We can't always get a complete picture of this by looking at it within narrowly circumscribed economic terms. Also, what's important for our analysis of this broader social theorization is an understanding that economic life is imbued or overdetermined by affective or emotional dynamics. That what we see transpiring in social relations is the expression of anxiety and aggression as individuals and social groups try to attain some sense of coherency, of self-coherency. Now, this is important, and we try to understand how this affective economy, where we have individuals that are aspiring towards self-coherency, how this dynamic plays out in terms of financial innovation.
Why do we draw on Veblen and Bataille?
Well, Veblen and Bataille, these are guys with very different perspectives, different worldviews, but we think there are some important similarities that offer the potential for a creative reading of what's happening with the process of contemporary financial innovation. Now, first off, both Veblen and Bataille took a very anthropological view on the functioning of economic life. Also, in terms of highlighting the affective dynamics of financial innovation, both understood the psychological tensions imminent in economic practice.
Yeah. So what do we take from Veblen? Well, Veblen first was dismissive of neoclassical concepts of rational economic man. Instead, he believed that economic life gave rise to predatory drives. These worked against any simple and teleological notion of self-interest working through market processes to produce an overall social harmony. Predatory drives work to establish invidious distinctions between individuals, and predatory drives sabotaged industrial pursuits and deranged economic well-being.
As for Bataille, Bataille offers us many interesting insights into economic life. In many ways, what he does is he turns economics on its head. The problem of economics, Bataille tells us, is not that of scarcity, but of excess. By this he means an excess of energy. All social groups and their members are seeking to dissipate or channelize this energy. Why is this important? For individuals, they're seeking to kind of dissipate this excess of energy in order to attain a sense of self-coherency, what Bataille referred to as sovereignty or sovereign expression. Now, in modern capitalist societies, it's very difficult for us to attain this sovereign expression, given the inherent rigidities of this system. Now, this whole story of social groups and their members seeking to dissipate this excess of energy, we see taking place through the practices of financial innovation. But there are problems with this. That this route of sovereign expression is only open to a few, the practitioners of high finance. And also, the way this dissipation of excess takes place occurs in a way that is sometimes socially destructive, socially catastrophic.
So, what does this article offer? First, it offers an alternative way of thinking about financial innovation, about the global financial system and the global financial crisis. It suggests the need to factor in affective dynamics in understanding economic life and financial market dynamics specifically. It also suggests an urgent need to transcend an imaginary, where the problem of finance can be remedied by greater or more precise regulatory calibration. A mere technical fix can be applied. We invite critical scholarship to think about the unconscious and affective dynamics that belie the appearance of a pristine calculable process.